Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday. It is time for our weekly market outlook video, and we have a lot to talk about this week. Last week I remember making a video and I was thinking, what could we be getting this week? I don't really see a ton of stuff coming. I didn't really think about team of the group stage coming out, and it came out, and we had a pretty eventful week with a flashback SBC that came out with Danny Alves, and then obviously at the end of the week we had the team of the group stage, the UCL hype, and I think that's going to continue into this week with team of the group stage still in packs, and we have UCL games on tap this week as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on this week in the form of UCL cards, in the form of a possible guaranteed team of the group stage player pick SBC. That is in the code. I've tweeted about it a couple times. And you've probably seen some other tweets, but that is in the code. First off, I want to talk about this weekend. I want to talk about these team of the group stage cards, and then we'll kind of progress through what could be happening throughout the week. So this weekend has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's been insanely good for flipping cards and making profit off of short-term flips. It almost has an icon flip type feel to it, but obviously these are a lot cheaper and there's a lot more people buying these cards. Wow, it's pretty low for Breezeman, 530. So basically what you just do is I added these I've been adding these to my watch list and just kind of watching the price fluctuations. Like today I saw Ericsson hit 350, and then he's usually showing right about 390. This Rakitic card is usually about 70,000 coins. Right now, see there's a couple for 65. I already have one at 62, so I don't want to buy that. I have a couple actually that I need to list, but if you see my transfer list, it's almost full. But this is what I've been doing. I've been flipping this Hummels card I got for 120, this Alaba I got for 150, this Fakir I think I got for 60. Had an icon flip that I made about 30,000 coins on there with that card, bought it for 1,020,000 coins. Then some flips with the informs, some gold cards, just a lot of flipping type stuff that I've been doing this weekend. Still have some more cards selling. This Rakitic I got here for 60, and I'm gonna list him up. We'll go 69.5 on the Rakitic at CDM, and then this I got this Alba for 120, which is very cheap. I'm gonna list him for 180 because he is actually kind of expensive right now. When Squad Battle Rewards came out, there was a fresh supply of these cards. I'm gonna let that one sit. There was a fresh supply of these cards that kind of came onto the market, and that dipped prices, but then usually from Squad Battle Rewards you see a little bit of a buyback afterwards. So a lot of the gold cards went up, Fabinho, Kyle Walker, stuff like that, the usual Sunday night, but these team of the group stage cards got very rare as well. And I want to point out one thing that I did this weekend that was a very nice moneymaker surrounding these cards. You maybe saw my tweet last night. I saw this trend happen Friday night into Saturday, and it happened Saturday night into Sunday as well. I bought about 10 Socrates for 40,000 coins, and I was able to sell them all for 50 to 55,000 coins overnight. So basically I bought late at night UK time, and I sold in the morning when those UK players woke up. And I did that with Socrates and Loftus-Cheek, and it worked phenomenally. I made about 300,000 coins from doing that. I bought a lot of Loftus-Cheek and obviously those 10 Socrates. But this whole entire team now, there's not going to be lightning rounds for the rest of this week. There might be some promo packs in the store still for these cards to get packed a little bit more, but the supply isn't too big on these cards, and the prices are pretty reasonable. So I don't know if EA really needs to drop a team of the group stage player pick SBC, whether it's repeatable or not, but that would definitely impact the market greatly if that did come out. So we want to be prepared for that. But that's enough talk about team of the group stage. Let's talk about UCL games this week, and especially these UCL live cards. If you saw it when I was on my transfer list, I do have a good chunk of these UCL live cards because some of them have gotten panic sold from the end of this weekend league, and I think people are forgetting that we have Champions League games this week, and these cards, based on where their teams play and finish this week, it's match day 6, it's the last group stage week of the play. After this week, we figure out which cards are going to get upgraded and going on to the knockout rounds, and which cards are going to be going, either they're out or they're going to the Europa League and will receive upgrades from how their team performs in the Europa League. So, Davinson Sanchez on Sunday. We're gonna flip back over to the main screen here. Davinson Sanchez on Saturday. It was Saturday night maybe. I kept seeing this card. You know, usually he's about 240, 250, and he kept coming up for low 200s. Look at the prices I got here: 205, 203, 195, and I think, yeah, 2 at 195 right there. So I got some incredible prices on that Davinson Sanchez card, and I'm probably going to sell him pre-game when the Spurs play Barcelona, because they're not really favored to win. Obviously, I'm a Spurs fan, hoping they do win, but I don't, honestly, it's a long shot. And then Lingard, I think, is a very popular one, and they have a big game this week as well. Manchester United, they're trying to get in and get into the knockout rounds. But this could see some extra popularity because of a team or a player of the month Sterling card and or a Rashford inform, which I think we could be getting this week. So again, there are a lot of options. If you see any cards in here that are getting panic sold at any time before Tuesday, so when this video goes up on Monday, if there are any cards that are still low, it's probably not going to be the case. But definitely take a look at the graphs and pick and choose a few cards that you think are low. Fabinho, obviously 360k. He almost went to 400 on Xbox last time, and these prices are pretty similar for different consoles, but the PS4 for a lot of these cards usually is a little bit higher. Now, I mentioned Player of the Month, and that will be coming out this coming Friday. Now, Raheem Sterling is still kind of leading the race, according to most people, and you know, stat-wise, I agree with that. Right now, his gold card's sitting about 20,000 coins. I have, I think, 5 or 6 on my transfer list that I got for around 18. But I'm ready for this Player of the Month, and here's why I am ready. You're going to see on my transfer list, I have a lot of this one inform card, Mr. Ross Barkley. So the situation here was this card fluctuates between like 28 and 34k all the time on Xbox. He's a little bit lower on PS. He's even a better deal on PS. He gets to 22k this weekend. But I started picking up these Barkleys for 24, 25, a couple at 26, because I knew this card will hit 30 to 35k in the Player of the Month hype. So whether it's required or not in a Player of the Month SBC, it's a Premier League 82 rated inform, and he actually is playable in game, and he gets links to the new Loftus-Cheek. You know, if we do get a Chelsea inform, whether it's David Luiz or Conte this week, I think that's a decent buy. So this card has a honestly very good outlook, and I'm not opposed to picking up more. And you see his price range is 50,000, so he has a lot of room to go up. I will sell him before the SBC comes out. I will sell into the hype. I'm not trying to play around with requirements and test and see if I can guess them correctly. So Player of the Month should be coming out. Again, what you're going to do is stock your club. I don't think it's something worth going nuts on, like investing in gold cards. Stock your club with some Premier League gold cards, which they are pretty cheap. Snag a couple discard informs if you haven't already. Always, I'm going to vouch for the discard informs, because when those get required, they go up a bunch. But 86 rated, you know, we have Otamendi, and you have Ederson as 86 rated cards who are Premier League and very nice. You also have, which I thought I had one, but you also have Gundogan as an 84 rated, and you have Company as an 85 rated, who I think are pretty fantastic investments. And as you saw there in the club, I do have plenty of the UCL cards, because I think as we see more and more SBCs, actually there's one in the Squad Building Challenge right now that gives out UCL rare cards. We're going to see a lot of supply, but I think these cards are going to be required again throughout the week, because I think we're going to see 2 more of those SBCs, just like we saw for Toni Kroos. We're going to see 2 more of these, I believe. And some people were thinking that it might play off of this formation right here and the requirements for this SBC, because as you see, there's a CDM box for Germany, there's a striker for England, and a goalkeeper for Spain, and we were trying to figure out who this could be. So if Kroos is the first SBC player, he would fit in that middle slot. Striker, English, probably Harry Kane, and Spain goalkeeper, we're thinking not De Gea, but probably Kepa as maybe SBC players for this team in the group stage. If they're going to do that, they might not do that at all, so that's just kind of speculation. But we could see those throughout this week. So if you do need to get some high rated golds and the SBC golds in your club, let's take a look at that right now. those are not too expensive. I think that's a pretty solid idea. 83s 1K, 84s you can bid on them, get them under 3K. 85s are a little inflated because of Cruz. 86s look good, 16K. 87s, 88s, 88s look better than 87s. But you know, just pick one up, put them in your club, and if you did that, especially over the weekend during lightning rounds, you definitely made some money there. But again, this week, the things for sure that we know are coming are going to be Player of the Month. We're going to see some more UCL SBCs and possibly a UCL guaranteed SBC. I wouldn't put it past them to start talking about Futmas. Maybe we get some type of teaser of Futmas promotion coming out here in the next week or so, which it should be coming. And one thing that I found interesting today was FIFA used the hashtag 19 days of FIFA. They used it in a tweet today on the Twitter page, and so interesting to see if they will take that concept and put it into FIFA, although 19 days of FIFA has definitely already started if you're counting down towards Christmas. So we haven't seen anything about Futmas inside of FIFA Ultimate Team just yet, but I think that we should be seeing stuff here pretty soon because that promotion is going to be coming up very shortly. One outside chance we have could be Icon SBCs this week. I think Icon set number 3 is expiring. Let me go take a glance at that. I know people have been wanting Icon SBCs for so long, and the floor on the Icons, the baby Icons, have dropped. This is available for 5 more days. 5 more days. So 4 more days from the start of this video. So I definitely think we could see Icon SBCs this week if they wanted to. So that's something that you can think about as well. Right now the floor on the Icons is, it was about 680k earlier. It was even lower than that at some points during lightning rounds, and yeah, right now 675 for Schmeichel, the cheapest baby Icon right there. So you know, Icon SBCs, take that on your radar too. Be ready for that. But this week I think what we're going to see a lot of is there's still some avenues where you can invest for Player of the Month with gold cards from the Premier League. That option is going to stay open up until, you know, the day before the SBC, especially if we have some promo packs still out. But if you want to try to get in on some hype, you know, the gold Sterling, if you can get him under 20k on either console, I think that's a pretty good shout. I've been sniping a few of them for under 20k, but it looks like right now he is kind of rising up in the hype right at 20k. And maybe some English informs. But again, stick to the easy stuff. That's what I say for Player of the Month. Just stick to the stuff that's always required, the gold Premier League players. Don't try to mess with any of the specific requirements. I know I'm investing in the informs, but that is a requirement that people will point out, that you could need an English inform or a Premier League inform, and I will be selling all of that into the hype. So Bundesliga Player of the Month as well, I can't forget about that. If you do think Marco Reus is going to win, you could go out and try to pick up a Marco Reus inform. Not sure. It's really close between him and Thorgan Hazard, so we're just going to have to kind of watch that situation and see what unfolds there. But his price is already pretty inflated, I think, and if they did require a special Marco Reus, that'd be pretty crazy. So we'll just have to see there. But again, for Bundesliga Player of the Month, you know, you want to look at some German 83s, 84s, 85s, maybe a Bundesliga inform or two. I have some of those on the transfer list, and I'm just going to clear this stuff at the front so it's out of there. But I do have some Bundesliga informs. I have some more discard informs still piled up on the transfer list just because of Futmas that is coming up. I have Boganda, I have Lang, and if you don't have any of those cards, I definitely recommend going and try to pick a few of them up. But again, this week I think we're going to see some UCL content. I think we're going to see Player of the Month, Bundesliga and Premier League, and possibly a couple more of these Team of the Group Stage guaranteed SBCs, just like the Tony Cruz, and the guaranteed player pick SBC, which is the SBC which is in the pack code, and that was I think it gave you a player pick of 5 Team of the Group Stage players that you get to choose from, and that would be pretty spectacular if they gave us an SBC that had that player pick pack. Obviously it wouldn't be repeatable, and hopefully this week we get a Josef Martinez. As an MLS fan, as a Josef Martinez fan, he is a fantastic performer, so hopefully we get a MLS SBC along the lines somewhere as well. If you enjoyed this video, smash a thumbs up. If you're excited for this week, absolutely smash a thumbs up on the video. Really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below if you were able to try out with any of these team of the group stage cards, if you made any coins, or if you actually played any games with them. That's one thing that I want to do, is when I try to flip one, I want to try to play a game with it and just see how good they are. But it's been Nate, the Foot Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.